Reality, especially the part created by humans, doesn't always communicate honestly. Sometimes it masquerades as one thing, but later we realize it was all just one big lie. We feel violated and taken advantage of. And then there are those things that are completely transparent, proudly revealing all of their true colors, whether bright or dark. And then there's everything in between. How can you know what is truly good for you? Turn down the noise and turn up your deception detection goggles. This is episode number 5. I received a donut the other day and thought, wow, how shameless and honest this little guy is. I'm a bad boy. Eat me up. It knows it's unhealthy and is just owning it. No false promises, no fine print or hidden costs. You simply eat it without any confusion or guilt and face the consequences that you both agreed upon. It's the same with a lot of sweets and snacks, such as cake, candy, ice cream, cookies, and chips. And that's part of what makes consuming these blatantly unhealthy foods so much fun. The less shameful and depressed they are about themselves, the less you will be when you consume them. We can have pleasure and keep our feeling of autonomy at the same time. Well, that is until our neurochemistry then gets thrown off and we're running in circles chasing more short-term highs. But we also know that's part of the package. We expect it, which is why we don't eat them every day. Unless they are addictive, which they sometimes are, it's hard to deceive yourself into thinking that such pure junk labeled as junk is good for you. It's just enjoyment, like snakes or spiders. You know what they are when you pick them up. They're not pretending to be cute little butterflies. The greatest danger is on the other extreme, when something is just as bad for you, but it's pretending to be good. Wow, that is pure evil, some Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy kind of stuff. But unlike serial killers or rapists, these foods and products are often attacking billions of victims every day, and over time, actually murdering them. They are the invisible serial killers of society, free to roam throughout your friendly neighborhood store and supermarket, sneaking their way into your body and home, even often allowed to play with your children. Wow. It's less sad and painful if you already know what you're getting yourself into, if you found the guy on badboycupid.com. It's different when you're just an innocent person trying to make a better life for yourself, trying to be good. The worst part is that you might be so deeply deceived that you triple down on these foods and products, speed off on the wrong side of the road, thinking you're using them to get to your destination faster, and then boom, you crash and die. It's not fair. We're living in the Wild West, and it often takes decades or centuries for these bad guys to get caught and revealed for what they truly are. In the meantime, countless innocent victims are getting sick and dying, confused, because they thought what they were doing is healthy. Heroin, created and coined in 1898, was sold as cough medicine, even to children, and marketed as a non-addictive morphine substitute until 1912. Cigarettes, via the help of doctors and advertisements, were touted as health products for many decades. Then, from the 1980s until the early 2000s, fat-free foods, despite being secretly loaded with sugar, chemicals, and other toxic junk, became all the craze. Once they became vilified, losing their reign of power, the sugar-free foods and drinks and other healthy items happily helped fill that vacuum. As a child, I remember my mother disciplining herself to eat such diet foods, only to find herself getting even fatter, sicker, and sadder. Is that part of why she got cancer? Products are not always so blatantly deceptive. The deception exists along a spectrum. Some things exist in the middle, the gray zone. Think whole grain bread, healthy cereals, fruit juice, factory farmed meat, milk, protein bars, and wine. We are not completely convinced that they are either good or bad for us. Therefore, focusing on their one or two health benefits, it's easier to ignore all their hidden damaging effects and thus rationalize eating more of them. While these foods may not be as harmful on a per gram basis as the more honest foods like donuts, potato chips, and gummy bears, in the end, we often end up consuming more of them. The cumulative effect is greater, and instead of punching us in the face, forcing us to learn our lesson, we keep eating them, letting them in, and they slowly eat away at us like toxic mold. Think of this as a plot diagram with level of dishonesty on the y-axis and harmfulness on the x-axis. The most dangerous zone is in the top right corner, where harmful foods, medicines, technologies, and things are pretending to be healthy. As you move to the left, you find unharmful, deceptive items. These are really just missed opportunities, like avoiding olive oil because you're told it has too much fat. That's unfortunate, but at least it's not killing you. Then there is the middle gray zone just mentioned, where you're not sure what to think. So you decide whatever rationalization is convenient to you. Self-deception is so easy here. Guilt-free overconsumption of potential junk. But it can't be that bad, right? The best foods and products overall are not necessarily the healthiest or least harmful ones, but the least deceptive ones. So in the wider scheme of things, donuts and slushies might be better than granola bars and orange juice. Who knows what current health product is a viper in disguise? Don't trust everything you are told. Listen to your body, even when it doesn't scream, but merely whimpers. Learn how to spot the liars and defend yourself. The best strategy of all? Stick to those healthy, honest things, most of which come directly from nature, plants, water, the sun, the earth, and occasionally play with the honest monsters. There's generally less risk there. The biggest risks, and what we must be most skeptical towards, are when you start playing with new, trademarked, man-made things. They have the power to play powerful magic tricks on your senses and your mind, hiding behind a veil of unspecified transparency. There's a chance it might be the next heroin. Do not gamble with your health. Spend your life with honest creatures and things, and the happier and healthier you will be. I love that you are spending your time learning and trying to get better. You are so awesome. See you in the next episode.